boy Oscino Fly back with another review, and this time we are reviewing Jasmine Sullivan's Heaux. Now, I love me some Jasmine Sullivan. I think her voice is one of the greatest voices in our generation. I'm not talking about like the Sades, the Patti LaBelles, the Aretha Franklins. Those are the past generations. I'm talking about the people in this generations. Some of the best voices. Jasmine Sullivan is right up there. I think Melanie Fiona is another one. I love Janae Aiko's sultry voice. And her is new, but like I fucks with her voice too. There's a bunch of R&B artists where I'm like, usually I know y'all heard my rant about, you know, like back then when Ella Mai came out, I said that some of these artists, even though they make good music, they sound the same and you can replace one with another. I don't feel that way about Jasmine Sullivan. Like if I hear Jasmine Sullivan, I hear Jasmine Sullivan. Oh, Chrisette Michelle, she's another one that I fucking love too. My sister, my older sister, shout out to her. She asked me to review this album and she asked me if I listened to it yet, and I told her I was gonna give it this a listen to. And what do I think about Heaux? I actually fucking love this. I've never laughed so much about Heaux shit, and I feel like this has really given me enjoyment. And she makes Heaux shit sound so good, but with the way she sings, so it's just like you have no choice but to enjoy this album if you especially if you're a fan of Jasmine Sullivan, because I feel like she did do a thing. Bodies, the intro, I love how it comes in. On it featuring Ari Lennox, and she is another artist with a great voice. I just don't listen to much of her, but she is really good. I do find her really talented. But on it featuring Ari Lennox, that's one of the songs that I actually busted out laughing because they were so soulful about what they was going to do to the penis. I felt like if a girl ever just sang to me like that, I would probably marry her. You know, I would fall in love. You like some things like that is just, you would just sit there and fall in love. When she talk about I want to sit on it, if a girl singing that to the penis, you just like, damn, I ain't think you would have that. Like I feel like if that girl does that to your type of penis, or you know, you gotta marry that girl. When I first looked at this, it was like 14 tracks. I was like, oh wow, it's gonna be long. But when you look at it, some of these tracks are like 45 to a minute. Like they're like little skits in between. So you'll get every one or two songs, you get a skit after it. And like the skits are really good. It helps the album too. I would say it really helps what she's getting through the album. Price Tags is actually one of my favorites. It's also one of my sister's favorite. But I cannot help with this one line with Anderson .Paak when he's talking about the baby looking like Samuel Jackson from Pulp Fiction. It's like, I'm light-skinned, you're fucking up my lineage. She pointed that out to me when I heard it. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed. Trust me ladies, I do love me my dark-skinned women. Anybody knows me, they knows I love dark-skinned women. But I couldn't help but to laugh at this. I thought it was a hilarious line. Like it's fucked up, but I do find it funny. It's one of those things where it's like, it reminds me of Rick Ross's You Don't Even Know It. When he talk about Molly and the champagne, you ain't even know it. I'm against that whole thing, but I find that line funny. Best tracks. I wonder if she's going to do a video on it, or if there's a video out for it already. Lost One, I like that too. I think it was a very good track. Girl Like Me featuring her. I need to listen to more of her. Like every time I hear her, I'm like, damn, she sounds good. Her, I feel like this is, and I know we're talking about Jasmine Sullivan, but I'm gonna at least say this. Her, I kind of look at her as like, she's one of the few artists, her and SZA, that like really puts pain into what she's singing. Jasmine Sullivan too, but it's just like these artists, I liking these artists because I feel like you're finally getting the pain that some of these women are going through. Even in like this whole album, it's like during Hotels, it's just like you're getting the pains that some of these women go through, especially like the stuff they get from other men, like, or like them taking sex and using it as an empowerment thing and not being shamed by it. You get a lot of that from this album, and you get a lot of good vocals from this album. Overall, and I know this is a very short review, but you know, I love this album. I think this album is really good. I don't know if it's going to touch some of her older stuff, because her older stuff is fire too, but this is a really good project that she put out, and I'm happy that she's still putting out music that people like. I feel like if you're a woman, you're going to love this album. If you're a dude and you like R&B, this is a good pickup. I do feel like she did her thing on here, and I feel like anybody that's going to listen to it, you're going to enjoy it. With that said, I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. It's definitely a pickup. It's definitely something you are going to listen to for a while. I'm still listening to Price Tag. I love the beat on that. I love her vocals on it. I'm still listening to On It. And even Girl Like Me, there are songs that I do come back to that I think that are very good. So, like, Jasmine Sullivan, if you ever see this, congratulations, boo-boo. I think you did a good job. And I fucks with this album heavy. So, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all fuck with this album heavy? Do y'all love this album? I know I did. I know my big sister did. And I know, like, anybody that's a fan of Jasmine Sullivan, y'all fucks with this album. Till then, my name is Oscino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove of rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fudge with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She roll.
Pharaoh.